DJ. How y'all doing tonight? Doing good? I just moved over here from Plant City. You probably don't know where that is. Very small town over here. And I have noticed, we were talking about traffic, there's a couple things I've noticed about your traffic over here. One is, a red light is just a suggestion. And the yellow light is hit the gas and scream at the guy in front of you. Move it, buddy, move it! Not everyone's on vacation, Wisconsin boy. Move it along. I do a lot of driving, and you tend to see things that just make you scratch your head. I actual billboard, I saw this, for a place that did cremations. It was bad enough they had a price on the stuff, but at the bottom it said open 24 hours. But there's some family at home at 3 a.m. going, oh man, it's Uncle Bob's funeral tomorrow. We forgot to have him cremated. Billy, load Uncle Bob in the trunk. Mom, we'll use a drive-thru, it'll be fun. But I do like to travel, but I mostly like to fly, except flights now are just so expensive. So I always try and find the cheapest flight. One time I think I went too cheap. I get on the plane, they're doing that pre-flight thing, you know, there's emergency exits in the front, middle, and the rear. In case of cabin decompression, a mask will fall from the ceiling, put her over your nose and mouth, and insert your debit card in the seat in front of you. Like these guys are outside going. I do like to see new places. I love living here, but there is one place that I would really love to live at some time. And I'd love to live in Alaska. Just so when someone comes up to me and goes, so where are you from? I can go, Juneau. See, Juneau is a place in the land. You may have to Google some of these on the way home. We'll have a good laugh on the way home. But I do live over here now, and the reason I live over here now is because I recently got married last July. Glad you're excited about that. The guy over there snapping. But I love being married. There was a time, though, when I wanted to be married again, but you had to go through that dating thing. And, you know, you go on a few dates and then you find something horrible about her, like she loves cats. So I figured they got the Carfax, right? Why don't they have like a date fax? You know, you put her name in the computer going, she had a breakdown in 2019. Body work last year. But I am married now, and the biggest thing we had to get used to is living together with someone again. Living with someone again. The biggest thing is that I'll come around the corner and I will scare my wife. But the other night, she let out a blood-curdling scream. I had to convince the neighbors not to call 911. And I said, you know I live here now. She goes, yeah, but you were in the bathroom. Did you think I was going to stay there forever? My wife is very tech savvy, so she's got everything. She's got Siri, Alexa, and I don't get along with either one of them. They don't listen to me, but we're starting family council next week, so. All right, let's cross that one off the list. Yeah, that one hit the bottom. But my wife has a streak in her. She calls it honesty. I have another word for it, but example, we're at the beach, and some older guy comes walking by with a Speedo, and I looked at her and said, you know, honey, there's 2 reasons I would never wear a Speedo. And she looked at me, straight in my eyes, with that love she has for me, and says, really? Only 2? See? What I gotta live with? Well, I have to tell you this. We talked about driving earlier. Okay, so I'm driving down the road. and I see this sign, lobster tails, $2. That's a great deal. So I pulled over, I got out of my car, I go over to the guy, I goes, hey, you have any of those $2 for lobster tails left? He goes, yeah, I sure do. So I give him my money. He turned back around and said, once upon a time, there was these 2 lobsters.